And we're back. Now listen, today is going to be one of, I think, the best matchups tactically in the Champions League this season. We have PSG versus Bayern. Now, I'm going to be very honest. Very, very honest. This is a match that generally can go anyway. Like, it can go either PSG, it could go Bayern. This is fine margins, this match. Fine margins. Why? Because both of these teams are legit the best teams in the world right now. It's not even close. A lot of people last season were saying, it's Barcelona, PSG have to pass the Barcelona test. Barcelona only lost because of unlucky minutes, blah, blah. You know Barcelona fans are equal. Barcelona fans are like Al Qaeda. They don't stop. They just morph into something worse. Post Messi, they've been the most toxic fan base still. And I wish nothing but losses for the team of Barcelona. I said it. I wish nothing but losses for y'all niggas, man. I hate y'all niggas, man. I don't care if y'all hate me. I want to see a team relegated. Facts. Probably not gonna happen. But we have HH today, and he's gonna be breaking down a tactical preview of PSG versus Bayern Munich. Now, who do I think is gonna win this match? I think I want to go Bayern Munich. I think they have the keys to break down this PSG defense. You know, Nuno Mendes is going to be playing a big role. Pacho, those have been their two best defenders this season. Hakimi can always have a great game, offensively and defensively. Marquinhos, clutch when he needs to be clutch. And of course, the midfield battle today is going to be very, very important. You know, PSG from defense, from goalkeeper to striker, PSG has a solid team. Bayern Munich, I don't believe their midfield is as strong as PSG's midfield, but I do believe they have the superior attack. So we're gonna see where this goes. We both know that Dembele, for a game like this, he has to show up. Ousmane Dembele, for a game like this, he has to show up. And if he does not show up, it could end up being real dark. It could end up being real dark for PSG. Same thing goes for Harry Kane and Olise. I'm not going to put too much pressure on Musiala because he just came back from a very, very difficult injury to deal with. And I realized that Vincent Kompany is suspended for this game. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Once you have the whole week to prepare, Vincent Kompany is going to find a way to get his messages back to the team. Whether it's via a text message like WhatsApp, he's going to get, he's going to be controlling the strings. He's not going to be on the pitch. Gnabry is going to be out. Let me just switch so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Gnabry is going to be out. That's a big problem. Lenacall is going to be out. That's a big problem. But today, it really comes down to Kane and Dembele. I'm not looking at KK. I'm not looking at Kvaratskhelia because he is not the guy with the most experience on this team. It's Dembele. Yes, he's been their best player, attacking wise. Yes, I know. But Dembele, you're the Ballon d'Or winner. You're the face of PSG, without a doubt in mind. Harry Kane, you're the face of Bayern Munich, without a doubt in mind. You two have to show up today. You two have to be the leaders on your team and make things happen. If you don't make anything happen today, we're taking that slander to X. Y'all know how I give it up. Y'all know how I give it up. We're taking the slander to X. We are taking the slander to X. Now, these are the predicted lineups from football, and I think, yeah, these are the most likely what's gonna happen. This is most likely what's gonna happen. You probably could switch out, I guess, maybe Zaire Emery for Vitinha, because, like I'm seeing here, Vitinha is not injured or anything like that, so Vitinha could easily start. But or you could switch him out with Fabian Ruiz, because Fabian Ruiz is just coming back from an injury. In my opinion, it doesn't matter. PSG is such a good team that even, let's say, Fabian Ruiz has like a stinker for the first half, doesn't mean they're going to be losing like 4-3 or some, like 4-0 or 3-0 first half. They're just not that type of team that just get demolished in the first half like that. Unless they're going against Club World Cup Chelsea. What a team. Club World Cup Chelsea. Different. I miss him already. I miss him Resca, man. But that's what I think. We're gonna go to see what it thinks. It's not gonna be like the whole video. We're just gonna try to get the majority of his thoughts. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Hit all the links in the description. Like the video, subscribe. Join the Discord, join the X community. We post slander in the X community. I'm gonna start posting a lot more in the X community. We give up the slander heavy in the X community. So let's get going.
The suit is out. It gets real. UCL semis. No more time for jokes. No more time for clownery and foolery.
Yeah.
Fully serious. No excuses.
Yeah.
Let's get tactical.
Look at his suit, bro. Fuck with that suit. That's a clean suit. Is that suede? Oh, nah, he got on. He got the music out. Where's Chelsea? Where's Chelsea? If Chelsea's not in the intro, I hope you're a fraud. That's Inter Milan. It's not. Okay, here we go. This is a W intro, bro. It's hyping me up. It's a W intro. Okay.
Guys, it gets serious right now. So let's talk tactics. It gets serious right now. So again, I told you this suit. Guys, I told you, if you've been watching me for a long time, I've got to make jokes, make loud, do a few things and everything, try a few things. Guys, we've been doing this since 2010. Shout out to my day ones that they call it, what up, baby? Shout out to my day ones that, guys, we've been doing this since 2010. I take my UCL very seriously. So when things get real, UCL semi.
Yep.
When it gets real,
we're in a serious
no more time for
business end of the season.
Is on, the hat is on, and then we're now gonna say what's up. So, shout out to Lineup Build. Actually, these guys are pretty good, man. I think your boy Terry saying, "Terry, what up, baby?" I saw my brother Terry Flows, who's actually a promoter of this man. Terry, what up, baby? So these are the predicted lineups. The predicted lineups according to our dear friends over at Lineup Builder here. So you got South North in there. The guy who I think looks like a failed art student. It is what it is. Shout out to Chandelier. Defense looking all good. These guys here, very key.
Yeah.
These guys here, very key, because these are going to be very key. But I'm going to get back to these guys. Pacho Marquinhos. Is there a Bozo gene here? Is there a Bozo gene here?
Very, very important statement. So for the people who don't understand it, this is some real slander shit. This is like, you welcome to the slander side of things. Here's where we get the slander on. Bozo gene means, is there a mistake? A stupid mistake. Not like a mistake forced by just great attacking play. No, a mistake that could have been avoided. Is there an avoidable mistake in Marquinhos? We're looking at you. But let him talk.
The midfield is where Bayern might have some joy.
Really?
Irreplaceable is a strong word. Irreplaceable is a strong word.
Because of Vitinha?
But if you...
Oh, no, man. I think João Neves does a lot of heavy lifting for PSG. I do believe, comment down below. Who do you think is more important to PSG? João Neves or Vitinha?
You're PSG, and you know how PSG operates, and you know how PSG play. Vitinha is close to being irreplaceable. Now, I'm a big fan of this guy, and I actually do believe that it should actually look more like this, that the metronome can be your boy here, João Neves. Now, he's not really been given that role. I've not seen him do it, but João Neves is a guy who I think is a very talented player. He's young, he needs some growing to do, but I think the guy is a superb player. Now, Vitinha, in terms of his decision-making, his football IQ, his eye for a pass, his finishing ability, and just his
unrivaled
all-round way in which he knows how to control.
Bro, like, this is why I think Portugal are favorites for the World Cup this year, because they have a serious squad, man. Serious squad. That midfield is ridiculous. Their attack, a little questionable. You know, and then you throw in Bruno in here. Bruno does have some bozo genes in him. But it's not about Portugal right now.
Midfield is to another level. Give João Neves a go. So I think it's going to be a big game for Zaire Emery. He's always, like, look, if you have a midfield of Fabio Ruiz, João Neves, and Vitinha, who are, by a considerable margin, the best midfield units in club football, hands down, you're going to be benched. So there is no shame in being benched when the guys ahead of you are freaking Vitinha, João Neves, and Fabio Ruiz, guys who are extremely high on test and score extremely high on the eye test. So for Zaire Emery, it's going to be a big game for him. As in, can he be in tune with Neves and Fabio Ruiz, and can he help to really dictate the play and really be at the same kind of chemistry as Fabio Ruiz and João Neves? And of course, Doué, Dembele, and Kvaratskhelia. I think Kvaratskhelia has been huge. He's literally been one of PSG's key guys. And the position he takes up is going to be very key in the terms of the counter. We'll obviously get to Bayern. But in terms of the counter, and when that ball tries to go wide, which is where maybe a João Neves and Fabio Ruiz can now unleash them, that's where a Kvaratskhelia here or a Doué here are going to be very key. So, and for Ousmane Dembele, I think the thing about this three, and I think
Ousmane has to be very aggressive this game. None of that playing backseat shit. I know he likes to let his teammates go, but Ousmane, from the start of this game, he should set the tone for PSG. This is why I say he's very important. You're the face of the team. I don't want to see crazy shots skying into the stands, letting Bayern Munich feel comfortable. They should never feel comfortable at any point in the game at all, because they should know how terrifying this PSG team is once they start clicking. But I'm talking about every shot testing the keeper, making the keeper work. Runs in the back, constant running in the back. Remember, yes, I know you're a false line as well. I know you're going to be connecting play for the midfield, but constantly, every chance you get to impose your will on this game, whether it's link-up play between you and your wingers, give and goes, 1-2 passes with you and the midfielders, take some long shots, get on the end of cutbacks. You have to impose your will. You have to constantly be pressuring this Bayern team, because the moment you let Bayern get comfortable, they pull that belt out and they punish you behind.
Changing to Bayern is there's so much mobility here. Dembele can very easily end up here, and it can be something like this, or you even have a situation where Doué comes in and Dembele is out there. So
they can rotate mid-game.
He's going to be a roamer. And that is where it's going to be very tricky for like a Upamecano, because Dembele will go in deep.
Yeah.
He'll come
and let's be honest, we know Upamecano has bozo mistakes in him. That's one thing I didn't even talk about. We know Upamecano. Let's go back to Footmob. Real quick. Upamecano, this guy right here, both of these guys. This defense, oh my gosh. When I look at this defense, if I'm PSG and I'm looking at this defense, barbecue chicken, a two-piece combo with the nuggets and fries, a shawarma. All I'm seeing is food when I look at this back line for PSG, especially this guy right here and this guy right here. These two thugs, these two brutes, all brawn, no brains. That's their biggest weakness right here. And the midfield, yes, Kimmich is strong, Musiala is strong, but Pavlovic, you can't. I don't know, man. Probably gonna need some help with Olise in terms of build up. Luis Diaz, no balls and mistakes. This UCL, I need you to focus up, my brother. I need you to focus up. I haven't talked much about Luis Diaz, but Luis Diaz, we need a good game from you. Need NEED. Need a good game from Luis Diaz.
Starts roaming around everywhere here and be a very mobile player. So, and when you look just how Luis Enrique likes to play, his teams are players. In terms of passing and control, yes, it's rigid, but it's not rigid in terms of positioning. The positioning is very fluid. And you're going to be seeing guys moving all around and trying to really interpret space and using their intelligence to try and get into those key danger areas. So for me, and also what's going to be, these guys are going to be huge. These guys are going to be huge. And I think that's another thing that PSG have over Bayern. These fullbacks are freaking... it's the best fullback pairing
in the world. Yeah, I used to say that was Reece James and Cucurella, but Cucurella dropped off so crazy this year. I promise you, bro, Reece James is better than Hakim. I don't need to tell people that. People know this. But as a pairing, Nuno Mendes is just a monster. Nuno Mendes is so good. I've done a highlight reaction video to his highlights because he's just that good. He makes football look fun as a fullback. He makes me want to hop on a fullback build on FIFA. That's how good Nuno Mendes is. What a player.
World football. Hakimi, superb going forward. Nuno Mendes, I believe, pound for pound, probably the best defender in the world in terms of 1v1 old school defending.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see what he now does.
Not only defending, but going forward, he's so good, man.
For PSG, weak points, I'll say for PSG, the failed art student Safonov, dodgy. There might be a buzzer moments for Marquinhos, and how much will they miss Vitinha? But the attack is going to be money, and Bayern are going to have to be at their best. So looking at Bayern, so easy. I thought you were moving it up now. So Neuer, hold up. He's a GOAT, amazing. Let's just hope he doesn't have another senior moment. Is there another senior moment in Adam here?
Yeah.
Neuer, Stanisic, Leimar. No, not even close. Mensch and Hakimi, but they're serviceable, and all they need to do is just to do a job. Tam and Meccano will get there.
I think Leimer's for this game he's a liability. I think he is chop rice. That's what I think.
Joshua Kimmich, Musiala. Musiala is going to be very key. Yep. So going to be very key. And I think it goes to the conversation that we had last night. With your boy,
but I don't want to put too much. Like I said, I'm not putting too much pressure on Musiala. He's still coming back, but I think Musiala should just focus on the basics this game. If you see a chance to go for something like a worldie, yes, go for a worldie, but focus on the basics. Clean, neat passes in behind, finding a striker, linking up with Yohan Olise, like nightmare pairing. That's like nightmare fuel. Like. Musiala is such a step up from, what's his name? His old partner in crime. Let me know in the comments. Booker T. He's such a step up from Booker T. That's not his name. That's what I call him because he looks like Booker T. What's his name? Eze. He's such a step up from Eze. It's crazy, right? But I don't know. I haven't really been watching the last couple of games. I know he had a really good comeback though. So we're gonna see how he plays today. I'm going to have my eyes on Musiala today.
Good point. Luis Diaz, Olise, and I'm going to get to freaking Kane. I'm going to get to this freaking dude. Now. So, okay, no, so let's go to weak points.
Mm-hmm.
I think for Stanisic and Lima, they're going to have a very interesting game. So Stanisic is going to be on the side of Kivica. Lima's going to be in the side of Due. But despite that, remember, guys, don't think two-dimensionally. You have to think three-dimensionally. Lima and Stanisic are going to have to deal with Kivicha, Due, and Dembele. Because at any one point, either one of those three guys could be in a 1v1 situation for Lima and Stanisic. So what I think Company going to look for them is, rather than looking at providing stuff going forward, defensively be very, very disciplined and do your defensive work and really focus on defending first before trying to provide anything in any kind of attacks you may have. Has Upamecano punched in his only bozo moments in that time against Vini? We're meant to be seeing.
We're gonna see. I don't believe so.
It's fine, but when I look at Tar, I always feel discomfort in Tar. I
don't trust him.
Moments in it.
I don't trust Tar. I don't trust Upamecano, and then Neuer is getting old. Let's be honest. So he has some bozo genes in him, right? We're gonna see, man. This is gonna be a very interesting game.
He can pull off great saves, and he's been superb. Is there another city moment there? I think if you're Pavlovic and Joshua Kimmich, you know that you're the inferior midfield. Guys, if you know football, Joshua Kimmich is a right back. He is a good central midfielder. He's a superior right back. I think he's done well in central midfield, and I think he's adapted well. But there's one thing being a good secondary central midfielder, and you're facing guys who this is their natural position in Zaire Emery, João Neves, and Fabio Ruiz. That's their natural position. So for Kimmich and Pavlovic, they're going to have to do a lot of hustling without the ball, and they're going to have to be very, very smart with the ball in trying to recycle the ball and get that ball to Luis Diaz and Luis as quickly as possible. Now, this is where it now gets interesting. Bayern's key has always been Olise and Luis Diaz. So remember what I said about Nuno Mensch. Olise,
I'm looking at
have a very hard time with Nuno Mensch.
Yeah, exactly. I'm looking at that. That's the matchup today. That's gonna be like, it's gonna be like Avengers Endgame level. Like this is gonna be some serious. It's gonna be like John Cena versus The Rock, LeBron James versus Stephen Curry. That's the type of matchup I'm looking at today. Prime Barca versus Real Madrid. Prime United versus Prime Chelsea. That's the type of matchup. Prime Inter versus Prime AC. That's the type of matchup I'm looking at, bro.
Like, if Yamal, who we believe is the best footballer in the world, found it hard against Nuno Mensch, Olise is going to find it very hard indeed. So that's going to be a very interesting time in terms of, is Olise going to try and take him out wide, or is Olise going to try and size him up and try to come across and maybe go into the center? Because if I'm confident,
I think it makes more sense for Olise to take him closer here, because now you can play the 1-2 with Kane. Kane is really good at playing the 1-2, or you could link up with Musiala, and you now have more weapons for. I think he should start off the game with the 1-2s. And then as he builds his confidence and he starts to get a feel for Nuno Mensch's style, then you take him out here. You take him out to the island. You take him out to Saint Olise. Welcome to Saint Olise. Here we are serving up some chops, some lamb chops, some twisted teas. However you want it, you can get it over here on Island Olise. But first, we're gonna start it off. We're going to start it off in the archipelago of Musiala, Kane, and myself. You know?
I'll be telling Olise that try to now come into the middle and try to move that ball across. Because I think that if he's trying to go out wide, 1v1, it's going to be hard. Because Olise, he's good.
He's really good.
I feel
really good. One of the best right wingers in the world.
His defensive capabilities are superior.
I think Olise has been the second best right winger in the world this season. And I think even call him second best is very disrespectful. I think he's been better than Yamal this season. It's just his league is not as respected. It's like PSG's league. It's like Ligue 1, right? It's been conquered. It's not really anyone right there vying for dominance other than the team he's on. So the Champions League is where these two teams get to prove how dominant their team really is.
To
Right?
Olise's dribbling abilities. Maybe I'll be wrong, but I think Nuno Mendes is going to have the better of Olise in this thing, mostly in the game.
We're gonna
If
see.
he's decent, Luis Diaz is going to be very important. For me, I think Luis Diaz could be the guy that possibly decides this tie. Let's hope he doesn't get sent off or goal.
That's why I said we need
He
him.
would decide this tie in terms of when it's a counter and it's that decision and he needs to make the right decision. What does he do? I think there's a better chance Luis Diaz has the better of a Hakimi as opposed to Olise having a better of your boy Nuno. So Luis Diaz,
That might be a stalemate.
for the one of one is going to be very key. Now let's now get really deep into detail.
Monsieur Kane.
Musiala being here is very important because what does our friend from Angleterre like to do? He likes to come in deep, bro. There are times when you see your boy there. There are times when Kane's there. No, Kane. There are times when I swear I've seen times when Kane was essential to defend. I was like, wait, is this like freaking Beckenbauer or?
Yo, I legit tell my friends that Kane is the first ever box-to-box striker, bro. I've ever seen, bro. He's the first ever box-to-box striker, bro. This guy is ridiculous, but he can do that because he's so technically astute and his football IQ is so high. I'm telling you, God balances things out because imagine if Kane had like the physicality of a Haaland with the technique he has and the IQ he has, he would have been a monster. He would have been an absolute beast. An absolute nightmare Harry Kane would have been.
Ruud Gullit. Kane believes he's like Ruud Gullit, bro. So, for Musiala being here, I think that Kane, look, it's football. Go with the flow. So there are times when you need to also come out. It's congested and just try to add an extra body. But remember, Company is suspended for the game. But Company should tell his assistant manager, bro, Kane, stay in the box.
Stay put.
Let's Musiala find you. And I think Musiala is going to be very key. And it's a point that Bopinda made, which is very key. Luis Diaz and Olise may not find a lot of joy on the width. So through...
But I wouldn't be against these two like rotating, right? Right. I wouldn't be against, even though we know Kane is a superior finisher, I am okay with trusting Musiala to finish off a proper goal. Like, this is not Musiala in 2022 where he struggled with his finishing. No, his mentality is different. And in the biggest games in the world, I think he finds the back of the net 9 times, okay, maybe 7 times out of 10, right? Even the best strikers in the world don't find the back of the net. So let's say Kane pulls a defender down for Musiala to take a running behind. Olise finds him or Kane finds him. 1-2 passing, quick passes. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at Musiala getting that chance. It's now really comes down to... That's why I said this game is going to be beautiful. I'm excited to see this game because this is going to be a game of fine margins. That could also turn into a slippery slope, meaning if any team does not come and they're not locked in, it could go 1-0 and then quickly turn into 2-3-0. Quickly. Even though both of these teams are neck and neck, you don't want to let these attacks feel comfortable. None of these attacks get comfortable. And this is why I think it could go anyway because look at this defense. This is, like I said, bro, look at this defense. Lord have mercy, man. This defense is ridiculous. But that's where we're going to end it here today, people. Match preview out. Make sure you hit the likes. Make sure you hit the description. Who do you think is going to win this match? Give me your reasonings for it. Match of the season. Match of the UCL season. I'll be damned if we let Arsenal win a trophy, bro. Come on. Come on, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one, bro. Bow.